if you didn't become a wrestler, what would your ideal profession have been? So, Ted, backup plan, anything else stick out to you?
Well, I grew up in the wrestling business. My father was a wrestler. My mother was a wrestler. That's how they met, by the way. My mother's wrestling name was Helen Hill. You can look her up if you're a big wrestling fan, and she was a beautiful woman.
Mm-hmm.
And she also knew how to sell. She was a good female wrestler. Uh, but I grew up in this business, and um, I the other thing, I mean, because my dad was not only a wrestler but played football at the University of Nebraska, and Nebraska has just really gone down in terms of its. It used to be. I mean, it was kind of like Ohio State. Every year, Ohio State is in the top 5 somewhere, or the top 10 somewhere. That's the way Nebraska used to be. And it's not anymore, and that's sad to say, and I don't know why. But I was a big football fan, and so I had early on, I had visions of going to, and I did go to college on a football scholarship, but I realized in college that I was not going to be NFL material because I was pretty slow. As a matter of fact, one day, one of the coaches looked at me and said, "DiBiase, I love your tenacity, but dang it, we're going to have to start timing you with a sundial." And so what they did, because I was recruited as defensive tackle, said, "We're going to move you to offense and give you the benefit of the snap count and an assignment."
There you go.
Because those offensive linemen, they know right when to go, and what their assignment is. And so, but as they told me that, the thought also passed through my head. I said, well, I guess I won't be going to the NFL.
So your plan initially was, I'm going to play in the NFL, and then after that went away, you're like, I'm going to be a professional wrestler. Meaning there was no safety net, no backup plan. You're like, this is what I'm going to do for a living.
Yep.
So, I mean, if you just hindsight now, Ted, of right now, looking back, if neither was an option, you couldn't be a wrestler, couldn't be a pro football player. I mean, is there some profession that you're drawn to that maybe you feel like you'd like to do for a living?
Well, no, Al, no, I guess because my older brother, and my older brother, Mike, is extremely intelligent, a near genius IQ. And, I think he got he had a master's degree in psychology, and he was a teacher. And he could teach college level mathematics.
Wow.
And so I guess my thought was, like I might not be a teacher like that, but I looked at myself as being probably a teacher of some kind and a coach.